Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me in another What I Eat in a Week video. 2024 has been a journey into better health, better food, and better fitness for me, so what you're going to see lots of in this video are realistic meals that are always plant-based, of course, high in protein and gluten-free as always. These days, I'm living more of the mindset that food is fuel and food should be fun, because if it's not either of those things, what is even the point? So Sunday morning breakfast, I decided to try my hand at a high-protein, vegan, and gluten-free French toast. I've made other people's recipes for French toast, but I've never tried coming up with my own version of a vegan French toast batter, so here I'm kind of just experimenting and I made my own. I really wanted to make something that was just a little bit sweet, but still with lots of flavor, but also has that kind of eggy flavor that, you know, the French toast batter usually has, so that's why I used Kalanamak, and I think it was pretty successful as far as the batter goes. I think I didn't use the right kind of bread. This was a homemade bread that I made out of lentils, and I just don't think it's the right bread for French toast. It tasted too much like lentils, but honestly, with the peanut butter and the jam on top, it definitely was improved, and honestly, like, I would definitely make this again, but with a different kind of bread. Nothing better than French toast on a weekend. And then for lunch, I made these little salad rolls. Now, I didn't actually film how to make them, but I have all the ingredients on the screen up here. And I just made a really basic soy sauce, peanut sauce type situation. Wrapped a bunch of veggies in a couple sheets of rice paper and called it a day. It was good. And then for dinner, oh my goodness, you guys, I made this delicious broccoli chickpea casserole and it was good, let me just tell you. So good that I'm definitely gonna be sharing a full-length recipe video for it in the future, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on some future deliciousness. Good Monday morning to you. Just eating my breakfast in the car this morning because we had to make a drive out to Vancouver because we live a little bit outside of Vancouver. So it's pretty early. We just finished up our appointment, so I'm just eating my breakfast, which is some chocolatey overnight oats. I added flax seeds and chia seeds and some soy milk, a little bit of cocoa powder, some gluten-free oats, and yeah, it is the perfect take with you breakfast when you are in a rush and you're starving and you don't want to be hangry when you drive, because then you'll have road rage. And no one likes road rage, so. Hey, so we just got back from Vancouver like half hour ago and we were starving, but we also did some grocery shopping, which made us even hungrier because you should never go shopping on an empty stomach, which we did. And anywho's, we ended up coming home with some breakfast sausages and pierogies, so that's what's for lunch today. It's a bit of a cheat meal, but it's so delicious. And we haven't had pierogies in, gosh, I honestly can't even remember. It's been months and months and months, and it's just a cold, wintry day, and it just felt good to eat some sausages and pierogies. And yes, vegan sausage, vegan gluten-free pierogies. They're so good. What's up? We just did a intensive upper body workout called Eccentric Upper. It is an absolute killer workout that focuses on slow eccentric movements with weights, and I'm so absolutely exhausted. It's dinner time and we actually worked out right before dinner, which is not what we usually do. We're usually morning workout people, but today was insanely busy. So just finished making this super high protein red lentil pasta. It's got 35 grams of protein per serving, you guys. So I am so ready to eat this. I'm exhausted, my arms are still shaking. I barely got through making this dinner. Okay. It's hot. Tuesday morning breakfast, you guys. I made quinoa breakfast bowls. Now, I don't know why. I have not made them in so long, and I don't know why. I really should, because they're so flippin' delicious, and it's great. If you happen to have some leftover cooked quinoa in your fridge and it's breakfast time, you should make one of these. Just add literally cinnamon or any other spices you want, some nuts and seeds or nut butters, stir it up, heat it in the microwave, or eat it cold if you want. That's actually always nice in the warmer weather months. And then add some milk, stir it up, top it with, fresh fruit, or you could go with like coconut or some chocolate chips, but I definitely always love adding some hemp seeds and whatever other seeds I happen to have on hand. And ooh yeah, toasted coconut, dried cranberries, fresh strawberries, and bananas. Seriously, it's like eating dessert for breakfast, but it's just so healthy and it's so filling and it is so darn good. So if you haven't done this before, please go and do it. It's just that good. Happy Tuesday to you! Hello, I'm shaking a protein shake to go with my breakfast. I made these quinoa bowls, and the reason why I'm doing this is because while this is a delicious, healthy breakfast, I do think it's somewhat lacking in protein because I've only got quinoa, banana, and nut butter, so I need to up my protein considering the upper body workout I did last night. So Brad and I are gonna share this protein shake, and this should be a very filling, hopefully filling, breakfast that will make my sore arms feel better later today. They are not in good shape after last night. Woo! Leftover pasta for lunch. So good. For a snack later in the day, I had this delicious and very beautiful, might I add, high protein bean and beet dip. I actually just recently posted a full-length recipe video for it on the channel, so definitely go check it out if you're interested. It's using black beans and beets, and it is so good. Dinner this day was a recipe test. I have never made anything quite like this before, but I wanted to try a kind of like a fried rice casserole, so like baked fried rice, and it turned out actually pretty good, and it was very simple to make. As you can see, it's just mostly fridge staples and pantry staples and freezer staples, and then I added some tofu scramble to the mix to add extra protein, and it didn't really require much seasoning, and this literally took me 5 minutes to whip up, so that's a huge win, and it only bakes for 40 minutes, so if you wanted to eat it with something else, you have time to cook another vegetable or another protein or whatever, and this makes a great side or a full main dish if you're not that hungry. When I served it, I just chopped up, or rather I sliced up with my scissors, some green onion, and that was it. Doesn't that look so good? Okay, guys, this is a recipe test and I am so excited to try. For dinner, oh my gosh, I made baked fried rice, like a fried rice casserole. So it's not really fried rice, but it's supposed to taste and feel like fried rice. So I wanna try this out. And hopefully, if this tastes good, you guys will see a recipe video for it on the channel very soon. Just need some more soy sauce. That's pretty good. Wednesday morning breakfast, you guys. I made this quinoa bacon bowl situation. Now, if you've been watching me for the last few months, you will know that I have pretty much been making some form of tofu bacon at least once a week. So here I just whipped up my bacon sauce recipe, which you can find on my channel, or you can watch my video up here on how to make it in depth, of course. Yeah, I just whisked everything up in a bowl until I had this delicious bacony smoky sauce, and then basically from there you can just make whatever kind of bacon you want. Today I decided to do tofu bacon. So I've actually never done it this way before, where I kind of just dredge the tofu slices in the sauce and then just throw them right into a frying pan. I usually opt to air fry my tofu, but today, I don't know, I just didn't feel like using my air fryer and I wanted to try it out fried. And it looks not super bacony. Let's just get that out of the way. It mostly just looks like tofu, but you know, the flavor's gonna be there, of course. Now, when I served it up, I just kind of sprinkled some seasonings in my quinoa, which were Worcestershire sauce, oregano, and cumin. And then I just added my tofu slices right on top, topped it off with some green onion and avocado for healthy fat, and Bob is your uncle. All in all, a very quick to whip up breakfast. Hello, happy hump day. It is Wednesday morning and I just made quinoa bowls for Brad and I, but they are very unlike the ones that I made yesterday. I kind of went with a more savory feel and I made like these tofu bacon strips. I have never fried them though in a pan, so I'm not totally sure they're gonna be like very bacony, but the sauce is good. And I have made this bacon sauce so many times, and you can check out how I make tofu bacon in this video here if you're interested. But anyway, this is like kind of a southwestern take on a quinoa bowl, and I seasoned my quinoa with some cumin and oregano and a little bit of vegan Worcestershire sauce and topped it with some green onion and avocado. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm really excited for this. Sometimes you just like feel like a savory breakfast, and today is one of those days. Oh, it's stuck. Just finished up yoga, and you guys know that I always have green smoothies. In this case, it's brown. It's as big as my face. It does the job. Tastes pretty good. Okay, so you guys saw me eat this fried or baked fried rice last night, and while it was so delicious, I just found it didn't really fill me up that much. And last night at like 9:30 at night, I was so hungry that I had a couple pieces of cinnamon raisin toast, which is not something I do very often. I'm not an evening snacker like that. So I thought today for lunch, to keep me a little bit more full and satisfied, I cooked up some air fried crispy tofu and some broccoli just to kind of fill myself up a little more, make things a little more balanced, and so I wouldn't be hungry in like 2 hours. It's all about trial and error, and I still think this is a great recipe that I'm definitely going to share with you guys in a future video. Yay! Oh, that's flattering. I thought you were not recording. Hello, it is the afternoon and I'm now just kind of getting prepared to start thinking about dinner tonight, and there's something I've been wanting to recipe test for a while. I've never really attempted vegan steak, and I have made so many things with soy curls in the past, so I thought I'm gonna try doing some sort of steak bite recipe. But before I even do that, I need to get a steak spice, and I don't really want to go out and buy a steak spice because they're expensive and I don't eat steak. So I figured I would make my own. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Let's have some fun. Turns out a food processor is not the way to grind whole spices. I think I need to get myself a mortar and pestle. Pestle? Pestle? How do you say it? Pestle? Pestle. It's pestle, right? Shake, 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 shake. Just made a very small amount to test it out because I don't know if this is actually gonna be any good. I hope so. Now I need to make some sort of marinade with the steak spice and start making some steak bites. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really marinate my food that often, like every now and then, but it's really not something that I do a lot of. So this marinade here that I'm whipping up was absolutely I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're just gonna roll with it kind of situation. But I mean, it looks really good, hey? Like it looks really good, smelled really good, and you know, when I dipped my finger in, it tasted pretty darn good. So I just let the soy curls soak in the marinade for about 30 minutes, and I just pan fried them with a tiny little bit of oil, and it smelled delicious while it was cooking. It smelled very steaky. Not sure it really resembles steak bites too much, but we're rolling with it, and I served it up with some air fried potatoes and zucchini, and it looks pretty darn delicious. Wouldn't you agree? Okay guys, it is dinner time, and I don't know how these steak bites turned out, but I'm really hopeful, but I think they're gonna be pretty spicy because there are some pretty big chunks of peppercorns left over that I could not grind up. So be prepared. cameraman. And then I just air fried some zucchinis with nutritional yeast and soy sauce and some air fried potatoes. So yum, it's like a meat and potatoes kind of dinner. Those are good. I think that tastes like more. Okay, first thoughts, it's really good. It's really delicious, like super savory, has a ton of flavor, and I cooked it really well. But second thought, it doesn't really taste like steak. So I definitely need to, I don't know, go back to the drawing board and make it taste more like steak for you guys so that I can actually post a recipe for you guys, because I want to get this right. But it is really good in its own right. So yay. Show the carnage. Hello. Okay, so little mid-dinner update. So Brad and I have been chatting about these steaky soy curls, and you know, they're actually a lot closer to steak than maybe I gave them credit for in the beginning. I've eaten almost all of them, and Brad and I have agreed that they taste really good, almost like kind of like a peppercorn steak in a way. Like there's a lot of peppercorns in that seasoning blend I made earlier, and it definitely is giving those steaky vibes. Like the flavors are really on point. And while it's difficult to like achieve a steaky texture with soy curls because they're so small and crumbly, I definitely think that, you know, if you close your eyes and you're like really in the moment, you're like, yeah, this is very steaky. And so I'm really excited. It's giving me more ideas of what to do next time. I'm gonna get some tofu pressing as well. Actually, I'm gonna freeze it so it gets all spongy in the middle. I'm gonna press it. I wanna marinate it for like a whole night. I wanna like see how it does with tofu. And yeah, I feel like my brain has unlocked like the next level of vegan meats in this house, and it has been so long since I've actually had a steak. Well over 6 years, I'm sure, since I've had one. So yeah, this is really cool and I'm excited. So anyways, stay tuned, subscribe. Hopefully there will be a steamy vegan steak recipe coming to a video near you soon. Okay guys, would it even be a what I eat in a week video if I didn't show you some form of oatmeal? You guys know I love oatmeal, so here I am making an apple raisin baked oatmeal situation. And you guys have seen me make these so many times over the last, I don't know, probably more than a year, and they're just so convenient, they're so delicious, and they're so hard to mess up. They come out perfect pretty much every time. Load them up with fruit, oats, you can't go wrong. It's so delicious and it just warms the soul, you know. How can you say no to a big, hot, steamy, creamy bowl of appley, raisiny, cinnamony goodness? Just warms the soul. Just smells like comfort, and look at those big ass chunks of apples. It's delicious, but I will say it's probably not gonna keep me that full because there really isn't a lot of protein in here, and you guys know I'm trying to get lots of protein in every meal. So I'm probably gonna have a protein shake after this, and that will set me up to, you know, give me some energy and make sure I'm not hungry before I work out. I'll see ya when I work out. Thursday lunch, really nothing exciting, nothing special, just making the most of all the random leftovers I had in my fridge, and it filled me up. It was good. Now, what is exciting is this high protein chocolate mousse that I decided to give the old college try this day. Now, it uses silken tofu, and I sweetened it with some homemade date syrup, which you can check out this recipe up here if you want to see how I make date syrup. Then I just added a few other simple ingredients like cocoa powder and vanilla and some aquafaba. Now, I would actually not recommend this. It literally did nothing. It did not make it any fluffier than I thought it would, and if anything, it actually just made it super liquidy. So do not add aquafaba to this recipe. I'm gonna turn this into a mousse, but with chia seeds. So maybe it's more like gonna be chia pudding, but it'll still be good. It'll actually maybe even make it a little more filling and more satisfying. Okay, I'll be right back. I have returned with a bunch of chia seeds. The pudding, or the mousse, soon to be pudding. Chia seeds, I'm gonna let's do 2. I shall go put this in the fridge and let it soak for maybe another 30 minutes. Then I can have my chocolatey snack that I've been waiting so patiently for. Okay, it's been about 30-ish minutes since I added the chia seeds to this, what was supposed to be chocolate mousse, but that's okay. I now have chia pudding. So let's give it a little taste test. Have I just come up with like a new higher protein way to make chia pudding by accident? Oh, I think I did. Oh my gosh, who would have known? Silken tofu chia pudding. Double dipping in the protein department. Oh my gosh. Well, hello. Welcome to dinner, you guys. Oh my gosh. I actually am freaking stoked to eat this. Like, I'm proud of myself. Okay, I made chickpea. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. Brad was craving a noodly dish for dinner, and so I'm gonna make his noodly dreams come true with a bowl of chickpea, which is like a, it uses like Korean vermicelli, which is a sweet potato starch noodles. They're also known as glass noodles, and they kind of have this lovely kind of translucent clear look to them, and they're kind of nice and chewy, and they just have a really good texture. And it's basically like a quick vegetable stir fry. I added tofu for protein, and I just stir fried it in this really simple sauce. It's like mostly soy sauce and a bit of sesame oil and black pepper. Like, it's so easy and so delicious. I just need to shut up and eat some of this because I'm so hungry. Oh. I just whipped myself in the eyeball with a wet noodle. The hot noodle. It's hot. Damn. Bradley. That's so good. Sorry for talking with my mouth full, but oh my gosh, I'm literally shook. I mean, I know stir fries are easy to make, but this is like next level delicious. My noodles are calling. I must go.